Right, welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. Excuse the air conditioner noise. It is hot today. So I've got the windows up, the AC on, and in the summer I'm reminded that you have to charge the AC in this truck often because it leaks down about over the winter. And so anyways, yeah, it's hot. It's blowing a little bit of cool air, but definitely a lot cooler than having the windows down. We're heading over here. I had a customer, and I've been using the community tab a lot on YouTube just to post questions and things. And anyways, this customer sent me a picture about, well, no, like 2 weeks ago, he said he had a misfire going on. And so I said, yeah, it's probably your spark plug. So he replaced them himself. But then he sent me a picture, said, I think I over torqued my spark plugs. And the strap, the ground strap, the electrode was bent down onto the electrode on the tip. So either the package was dropped or that was the road I was supposed to take. I have to make a U-turn out here. Either the package was dropped or those spark plugs are too long, and either way it's a little bit scary. I don't think it has anything to do with over torquing. In fact, somebody got it dead on, and that's what I think. As you can see, the crush washer isn't completely crushed, and so I think a lot of people had that same idea. Just one person had got to it first, so I don't think he over torqued them. I hope he didn't, because I hope they're not cross-threaded either. That would be a huge pain to have to tap those out and put new threads in. So we are almost here, but hopefully it's just an issue of like those spark plugs got dropped. I brought new ones with me because it's a Jeep Patriot. It has copper spark plugs. They say consider upgrading, but every time I've dealt with copper plugs in Toyotas and Jeeps like this, and I have upgraded them to something like iridium, they have developed misfires and some issues. So I just stick with copper. Just works best, and I just say plan on replacing them every 5 years, 3 to 5 years. So yeah, we're here. Well, I've got to make this next turn and get into this neighborhood, but we're almost here. And we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they're not actually over torqued or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, had a mouse bag on it. I'm like,
Let's unplug this if I can. Just pop that out right there. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, interesting. I have seen a few people make adapters for, like, you know. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Did you pull all of them out, or just that one you sent me a picture of? Okay. And was it just one that was real bad?
Oh, here, they're right here.
Oh, so these are even different ones than those?
Yeah, those are different ones.
Man, I thought it was going to be hot. Oh, okay. But is it still having issues then with these newer ones?
Yeah, so the thing is, I don't know if I over tightened them.
Mm-hmm.
That's also, look at, right, torqued.
Yeah, and it's just those ones you're worried about having over tightened? Like, there wasn't anything that happened afterwards that made you think, okay. And were all of them bent like that? These are them?
Yeah, those are the old ones. So when those were in, it was just rough idle.
Uh-huh. But is it doing that now?
No.
And these are NGKs that you have here. Are they copper?
No, they're not copper.
Okay. But it's running better. Is the check... Interesting. Yeah, because that one you sent me a picture of, the tip was like bent all the way down, wasn't it?
It might have been.
Or am I just...
picture just to...
Yeah, this one.
Got him. Or here's your...
Yeah. Interesting.
Maybe so, yeah.
This was the one you sent me the picture of.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, because it's not supposed to look like that.
Right.
So I was wondering if all of them did that, but for some, because if you can, iridiums last 15 years, copper lasts 3. So it's definitely way better to have them. But that one, did you drop one of those when you took them out, or was it like that when you pulled it out?
It was like that when I pulled it out.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. These are iridiums. That's so hot. Okay. So your main concern is you didn't want to over torque these, or were afraid that you did?
Yeah,
for some reason?
I was afraid that I did, because...
Why did you think that? Did one of them pop loose or something?
No, I tightened it, and then I just remember you just saying just snug it.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard from a lot of people, just snug it, don't over tighten it. Like, well, I don't know what over tightening is. So
yeah. So then
instead of going like like a quarter turn after, kind of went like almost all the way around. So
okay. Well, new spark plugs are interesting because they have a crush washer around them, so you have to crush the crush washer, and right around the time it gets crushed, it gets all the way tight, so it's a little interesting to be like, at what point, you know?
Right.
So yeah, you kind of have to develop a feel. If you're reusing spark plugs, it's easier to say, okay, it got tight, and then give it a quarter of a turn and like nothing more. But when you have to crush them, you have to kind of feel from the bottom all the way out. And these are definitely crushed. And it's hard to tell if they're over crushed. They do look nice and squished, but if the threads didn't pull out or anything, that's totally fine. So those all look fine. Let's just put that computer on there and see what's going on then.
Sweet.
All the way tight right there, and then I'll just go. Okay. That's like an 1/8 of a turn. It's just, once it gets all the way down, snug it up a little bit, and then
yeah, definitely went for
a quarter of a turn as soon as it hits. So, okay. But none of the threads came out or anything. That was all tightened down fine, so I don't think there's going to be an issue with anything.
Corner of the gas station, you want to drink or something?
Yeah, something cold like a Gatorade or something would be awesome. Thank you. Even just the water, like whatever.
What color Gatorade?
Blue. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, man. And actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and review this scan tool, and I'll tell you why in a moment. All right, so let's turn this off, and then let's go into diagnosis here. See if we can pull up a VIN here. And see if it does it quickly. That's always a plus. Nice and quick, yeah, no complaints there. 15 Patriot, yep. 4-cylinder, non-turbo, that's the one. So this is gonna go ahead and just scan all the systems when we're looking at it. We've got a code on the PCM and SRS, and there's that. So we could share their support if we wanted. You can connect this to your email address, so it'll just send you an email address, but you can't download any other apps like Gmail or something, which I like on my bigger tablets, but this one it's not quite that expensive. So no complaints there. It's what I expect out of this. Let's go ahead and I'm not going to clear codes. Let's go ahead and enter into the PCM here. Getting paid for this, but there is a link in the description with a discount. They did offer a discount for, you know, if you want to buy the tool, but I'm not making any sort of money off of that. So check it out if this looks like it's the kind of tool you want. And again, like what I like about topdon is you don't have to pay to upgrade anything. So you buy the tool and that's what you get. And when you have to upgrade it, all the upgrades, you know, you already bought the tool. Some other tools, every year you have to buy new vehicle models and stuff. So yeah, topdon's awesome brand. I like their user interface is really intuitive. And we're gonna go ahead here and just look at the codes here. That's SRS. I'm not too worried about that. I don't even know if the light's on, but the check engine light's definitely on, and it's this catalyst efficiency here. So let's see if we can do a data string here. So it doesn't look like there's anything bi-directional, but 145 data points is awesome. Let's see how it graphs those. And that's what you look when we get into the powertrain control module. In fact, we can go all the way back to the beginning and just look. We've got emissions readiness. That's awesome. And we can actually just go ahead and exit out of the current diagnosis. In fact, it's cool. OBD2, that's basically where we were just at. Just a different way to get there. Services, so here we could do brake reset, oil reset, SAS, electronic throttle, and TPMS reset. So that's nice. Battery voltage. It just looks like a chart for battery voltage. Upgrade, that's where you download new software. Data here. Diagnostic report, DTLC images. So probably do screenshots. I don't have any, but yeah, it looks like you might be able to take a screenshot. But I know those records, you can email them to yourself there. So that's nice. Touchscreen's nice. Buttons are nice. Yeah, pretty nice little tool. If this looks like something that you like, yeah, again, check it out. And